Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is a beginner's guide for the game Illusion Connect. I'm really enjoying this game so far. It has cute characters, it has very engaging combat system, and I made some decent progress at this game. I found some interesting things that I wish I knew from the beginning. So today I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks to get better at this game. Before I jump into the video, I would like you to know that I will post videos regularly about Illusion Connect in this channel. If you like it or have suggestions for me, please let me know in the comments. And also don't forget to subscribe. I will have more guides coming up. The first thing I'm going to talk about is partners. And today I'm going to only talk about early game, because late game things change a lot and a lot of members become viable, but in early game the main target is to progress through the storyline, and for that there are some characters very effective. First, for the R characters, they're not as powerful. They're very easy to obtain. If you want to try, you can try, but this is one that I heard is pretty good. Damage dealer. But I didn't build any of the R partners, so I won't talk too much about that. For the SRs, there are a couple that works pretty well, and the most significant one is Pan. Pan has very reliable single target damage, and also fits in a lot of buff for the team, and like she is pretty good for the summoner class, and she kind of fits the beginner leaders buff, the second one, pretty well. Another one is Rikia. If you don't have enough for the board wipe damage, she is pretty good. It's not as high as the other SSR ones, but she also got CC and she is very low cost, only 12. The other ones are kind of useful in different team compositions. Aemon and Diamond, I use those two. It looks pretty, the skills are pretty interesting. Diamond can just call back one of your partners on the board, and Aemon can resurrect some of your died partners. They are kind of pretty unique skill. And now I'm gonna head on to the SSRs. I will only mention a few that can fit in almost any team. The most common one is Miyuki. Everybody already talked about this. The reason she is so strong is because she can reduce the rage, and especially for the enemy leader, if you lance her up to 5-star. And the next one I would say is Selena or Kiraya, or both. They're all very great tanks that can protect your leader. For the healer, you don't always need a healer, but if you need one, Anna is gonna be the most effective healer for your whole team. You will need more like team-wide damage. There are a couple good ones. Yuffie, Phoebe, and Phoenix are all pretty good. I use them all the time. All the other SSR or even SRs will have their own team to play a critical role, but I'm not going to mention them today, and I'm also learning and testing some more team compositions. If you have some interesting combos that you think is very effective, let me know in the comments. Next up, I'm going to talk about CP. CP is the sum of your leader CP plus your partner CP. Leader CP is pretty simple. It's just those halo. You can level each attribute of the halo up to your account level, and you will unlock all the halos at level 45. They cost a lot of crystals, so plan ahead. Next up is the partner CP. It's the most important one, and there are a couple ways to boost up the CP. The most significant one would be leveling up those partners. They will require additional tokens at levels like 15, 30, 45, 60, 80, or 100, etc. those tokens, I remember there are, like, in the later stages, you will farm both kind of blue and green tokens. So I would suggest you to only, let's see if this has it. Not this one. There you go. So you can get those blue plus green in the same stage. So don't level up everyone. Level up the main ones. It will also produce extra tokens for other characters you want to build. And it will later on, it will cost a lot of stamina. I think for blue +1 +2 they kind of cost hundreds of stamina. That's a lot, and that's where I'm currently stuck at. The next way to increase your character CP would be lensing them up. So R starts from 1 star and SR start from 2 star, SSR start from 3 star. The first and second advance will cost 1 extra copy. The third advance will cost 2 extra copies. So in total you need 5 copies of a character to fully lens them up. For the SSRs and some stages of SRs, they will also cost energy to actually lens up. So the first time, if I have 60 shards of a lens upgrade, this will be an empty star. You have to plug in the energy for it to become the actual star, the full star. And same for the 5th, 5, and 6. At the 6 star, it costs a lot of energy, 6,000 energies. It's very hard to get them. You can get them from the daily quest and some of the trials, but so they're kind of very slow. If you get more, you're gonna have to summon more of the partners. Our partners give you shards plus energy. I think 10 shards plus 10 energy, that's 20 total. SR gives you 30 shards plus 30 energy, that's 90 total, 90 energy total. SSRs are not usually used to, shards are not usually used for the energy, but they will also give you 60 energy. Okay, the next way to increase CP is through your gears. You have to level them up to be actually strong. Once you reach level 10, 30, or 50, you need other like gears of the same position. Like if this is boots, you need other boots to use as fodders to get past that level. For level 20, 40, and 60, you need the same piece of gear or the stone to further level up. The stone looks like this. It's I don't have those stones yet, but those are, you need those to get through level 20, 40, and 60. Lastly, there's a minor way to increase CP, which is through the intimacy. At each level, you will get a small stats boost. To increase the CP, you can, to increase the intimacy, you can give them gifts like this. And they won't be very much. With that said, actually in the early game, the most significant boost to your CP would be leveling up. Those are, I think level 40 is a very significant milestone, because at level 40 you unlock all the team slots, and you also will reach some of the collapse stages that gives you the quality, and you will also have the halo. So I would say in the early game, if you want to get more CP, focus on leveling up your main character by going through those storyline stages. The normal stage will give you 20 extra XP on the first clearance, and you will spend 6 stamina. They will give you 6 as a normal and 20 on top of that, so it's 6 in exchange of 26. For the collapsed one, at the start it will give you 60 extra, so it will be 6 stamina in exchange for 66 XP. That's pretty good. In the later stages will become 70. I don't have it anymore, but it was 70 starting from either chapter 12 or 13. That's pretty good. If you're currently blocked at some starry stages, I would suggest to check if your main characters have been leveled up to the cap, and if you have staminas and have cleared the collapse stages, try to boost them up. Focus on your damage dealers first, and then your tanks. I think they're the most important ones. I will cover some tips for clearing the starry stages in the later videos. Stay tuned. Next up is resources. This is my favorite topic. There's so many different resources in this game, and they're all very important. Before I dive into them, there is a list of redemption codes that you can redeem through here. There's an excellent Reddit post for all the possible redeem code. I'll link that down in the description. Okay, now for the resources. We'll start from gems. You can get this gem from everywhere, but mostly from the shop bundles. The best thing in the gem can buy, in my opinion, is actually stamina. So you can buy stamina 5 times a day. The first 2 try costs 80 gems. The third and fourth time cost 120 gems. The last try costs 160 gems. But I buy it all the times for today. You can also get stamina from the items you bought from the shop. So each of those items give you 100 stamina. Alright, next we'll continue talking about the stamina. You get stamina every day just naturally, and if you have full stamina like I do, but if you also have this SVP, then it can accumulate stamina for you. I've accumulated a significant amount. That's pretty nice. The thing you probably don't already know is there are 3 times this game will give you free stamina. I think in the in-game time, from my experience, it happens from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m, from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m, and also from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. So try to grab those staminas as much as possible. It appears like a letter here as a gift for you. It also contains some other resources, which is pretty nice. About how to use stamina, I'd say since our goal is to get our leaders level up, so try to progress stages as much as you can in the early game until you reach like level 40 or 45. Each of the normal stage will give you 20 extra XP on the first clearance. And the collapsed one will give you 60 more XP per clear in the first few chapters. I believe starting from 12 or 13, it starts giving you 70 extra experience, but I've already cleared all of them. I can't show it here. So now with that, I'll head on to the gold and crystal and experience bottles. Those 3 resources, you can grab it from here, and this kind of naturally grows. Same way as the stamina. The thing I want to cover on this is you kind of level up this main tree of eternity every 5 levels, then you can level them up. Some of them cost a lot of resources. You probably also have to plan ahead for those. if you, after claiming those resources, you still don't have enough, but if you have more stamina, you can do those daily trials. Daily trials gives you a lot of XP bottles. This one gives you gold, and this one gives you crystal. I'll talk more about this later. But I think I'm gonna only go for the extra reward attempts. In the early game, stamina is more important than those resources. And I would say you can also get more resources using gold, using the gems from here. You can also 5 times a day, but they're not as worth as the stamina. I'd say hold on to this as much as possible, and also those cards until you absolutely have to. For these, if you're curious, the first 2 tries are 50, the next 2 tries are 100 gems, and the last try is 150 gem. I just bought it because I need some XP bottles badly. If you desperately need more resources and you're willing to buy those bundles, then you can get the gold from the daily bundle and XP bottle from the weekly bundle, and crystals are in the monthly bundle. Now I want to quickly touch on where you will spend those resources the most. Leader costs a lot of crystal per level. You can see at this level it's already 36k. And also home upgrades also costs a lot of crystal. It also costs a lot of gold. Yeah, kind of 68k, and they're all like at this kind of level. Lots of gold and crystals. The other place you would really use gold a lot would be for those partners. I'm upgrading the levels, especially increasing those qualities to like green or blue. It requires a lot of gold. And you will certainly experience the competition for the resources you have. I would go down this list. I would prioritize our key partners first, level them up, give them good gears. Then I would spend on those home upgrades, because if you have more upgrades, you will be able to get more resources. Then other things like other partners or your leader and other stuff. Next resource is for the shards, partner shards and energy. I don't have a good way of showing you that. I guess I have some of those hard characters like this. So those energies, as I mentioned, whenever you summon a duplicate copy, whether it's R, SR, or SSR, you will get those energy. It's 10 per R and 30 per SR and 60 per SSR. Each R shard also counts for 1 energy, each SR shard counts for 2, and each SSR counts for 5. If you maxed out all your R and SRs, then you can freely use those shards for energy. It costs quite a lot for SSR to upgrade. The first one, I believe it is 800. The second lens, I don't have it here. This one probably cost 800. This one probably cost 3,000 or so, 200 or something. The last one will cost 6,000. That's crazy. Now I will talk about this arena tickets. This game didn't tell you about where you can get those challenge tickets, but actually you can get it from just completing those stages. They will randomly drop. So if I do this, it will randomly drop a ticket. You can also get it from the daily quests. In this box and this box, you get 3 from daily quests. So in a sense, actually the arena tokens is also tied to your stamina. That's why stamina is so important. Also, the other trials, some of the trials and explorations will also give you arena ticket. So as long as you spend stamina, you have a chance of getting those challenge ticket. So now how to efficiently use those challenge ticket. So you see those blocks here, 3, 6, and 10. So you ideally you strive for either 3 or 6 or 10, then you refresh. A lot of players, if you want to max your gem output, actually 3 will be the most efficient one. You need 10 wins to get 30 gems, but only you need 3 wins to get 10 gems. But if you want to max out your honor, you will try to do as much as you can. So there's a reward here. This is basically how much token you've gotten this month, this week. After you reach this tier for the first time, you get those gems. Like I would recommend you to try to get to king at least for once. To do that, you need to accumulate a certain amount of challenge ticket. The best way to get that would be stacking up some stamina. Then you get more tickets. Then you can get more weekly honor. Then you will be able to reach the first tier fast. And then you, as long as you are the first 100 to reach this, you will be this tier, and you unlock this promotion reward. And for those opponents, I think this system will randomly give you 1 to 5 easier opponents. In this one, I receive 2 easier opponents. Then you're gonna have to find out the other ones, check their lineups, just see if you wanna try to beat them. And then you can either fight fast or manually. I like to fast challenge. So for this batch, I don't know, I think I could do 6, but I don't want to risk it, so I'm gonna do 3. So I'm gonna fast challenge this, fast challenge this, fast challenge this, and I will refresh. Got the reward and refresh. And here we have this again. Okay, there's no easy targets anymore. Alright, I'll deal with this later. The last topic today I want to talk about is the daily routine. I'll go through all the stuff you should do every day and give you some tips on how to do them more efficiently. The most important one is the quests. We just got that. I would say go complete all the quests every day because they give XP, which is very important, and collect all those rewards. Notably, there is one selected ticket every day, which is really nice. Weekly, there are also some lost mirror energy, pretty handy. There are also challenge tickets and gifts, so on and so forth. Very nice. The next would be collecting the stamina, and as I mentioned before, try to do them as much as you can. It's kind of awkward for me because I was for the US that this system time is in EST, but I'm living in the West Coast. It's I need to get up early in the morning to collect this. All right, the next is to get the free shop bundle every day. I think I've got it. Yeah, this free one gives you some shards and diamonds, which is pretty nice. SSR shards. And there are some good bundles that you can buy every day. I would usually go for at least this one. Yeah, this one is probably the most this one. If you want to play Saya, then also this one, but this one is the most valuable. Okay, and actually for the shop, there's exchange tab. This tab has it's very interesting. You get it every couple hours. Refresh. It only sells those tokens and also gift boxes. In my experience, those tokens they cost a lot of gold or a lot of gems. So put in a comparison with the stamina, you get on average 1 plus something for 6 stamina. So 3 tokens equals to 18 stamina. And to put that in perspective, even if you buy the stamina using the 160 gems for 120 stamina, is still cheaper than this. Plus it also gives you the character level and stuff. Right now I'm buying those just to try to push as far as I can, but this is really not recommended. The gold ones, once you have more gold accumulating, you're not using them to level up your characters, feel free to buy those. It can save you some stamina. About gift boxes, I don't have a strong opinion. I haven't tested out how necessary are they, so I'm not spending gems on them. Occasionally buying them with gold. And I've talked about arena, which you should do every day, and the refresh cooldown is 10 minutes. So once if you have tickets left, look at this and see if we can be, then refresh. Try to not waste your tickets, so once they reach 50 you will not get more tickets. Next I want to talk about the daily trials. So each daily trials is for a different resource, and also they cost 10 stamina for each try. It's pretty expensive for the early game. For those 3 trials, the interesting thing is you don't need a full team to clean up that. For example, this one I only just get 6 members on. They're all those board-wide damage dealers. As long as I can clean the board, I don't need more of those partners. And having less partners also makes the challenge more consistent, because every card I have is a useful card. And don't worry about stamina or your leader in those trials. They give you energy very fast, and they don't deal enough damage to a leader, but your objective are like either in this mode is about killing the single target boss, and this mode is clearing up the minions, and this mode is about protecting the 2 stones. About exploration, this one is a little bit interesting. It costs 30 staminas for each run. It's a lot, and it gives some gear and resources. After you've done the recommended reward, you won't get those anymore. That's my understanding. So I only recommend you to do this much every day. Be careful that there are some achievements for this game mode, so there's a lot of things is not very noticeable, like mushroom, and I think there are carrots, and there are also books. Just click around, try to spot those things as you go, and collect those exploration points, which can give you some of those rewards, which is very nice. Arcania, how to pronounce this? Arcana is very interesting. It's very complicated. I don't have a strategy to full clear it every time yet. But you get the SSR shard and potentially SSR gear from this game mode. Is very powerful. There are some mistakes I made in this game mode, so I'm gonna share that with you so you don't make the same mistakes. Here it says that the fusion reward, you only get them for each partner for once. If you have 2 of the same partner reach the all of the 100%, only the highest number of shards will be counted. So only do that for 1 partner that you want, and not 2 copies, just 1 copy. And the same thing happens when you consume that partner, the fully upgraded partner, to another partner that consumed 1, you will lose the shard for that. So you ideally you pick 3 to 5 SSR partners that you want to get shards for, and then level them up to 100%, and don't consume them after you reach 100%. Next is for the Dream Expedition. This is the only game mode where you can try as much as you can. This it doesn't cost you anything to fail. You also get this expedition crystals. It kind of refreshes from 0 to 500 for 25 hours. So it means every day you should go back and check here. You will have the 30% damage buff and try to see if you can clear the next stage. If you can clear that, you will get rewards. Very nice. The last thing I want to mention is actually the home. It didn't tell you clearly that you can also give those gifts and head pets to your partners. For example, this one, I can give the gift and they will receive more intimacy than I just directly give them that. Here's another gift. And if you don't have it, the game allows you to buy it with gold, which is very nice. I don't have the head pets here, but if you have that, you can head pet them and have 4 intimacy. This when you don't have anything else to do, come here and check if you have those things. Alright, that's gonna wrap up this video. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please consider subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. I will read every comment. This Halloween bit just came up today, and I will share that in the next video. I'll see you then.